to this computer. All right, you're officially been warned. We're all recording here, okay? Um, all right. So, so as we get started, quick thing. The first thing I want to mention is that next week, Wednesday, you guys are all on your own. You're gonna get on your computers, 9 o'clock Wednesday. You're gonna do your posts. You're gonna do the work. Neither myself nor Fantasia will be opening the call. And on the calendar, there's a cancellation notice on that one. You know, unfortunately, she's working on the awards, getting that ready for the awards, and I'm taking. I don't have an example. I was going to show you my certificate. I'm taking the ABR course through NISAR. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm just booked all those hours, and I can't do social club Wednesday. So, but the thing I wanted to say about the ABR, just as a quick reminder, is I applied for the NYSET, the New York State Real Estate Foundation Scholarship, and I got the scholarship. So, guys, it was super easy. I just had to ask a couple other brokers who I work with to write me a quick little note of a recommendation. A friend of mine from the Kiwanis Club in Batavia, where I've been a volunteer since 2016. You know, because you need another recommendation from somebody not real estate related, and then you have to write a little note yourself about, you know, why you're applying for the scholarship. So I did that, got the scholarship, signed up for ABR, saved $300. Pretty sweet. So get those certifications, but apply for the scholarship, pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. Everybody who's on this call will get the scholarship for sure. It's an automatic. Okay. You have questions about it?
I got it for GRI, Chuck.
What's that?
I got it for GRI.
Oh, you did? Awesome. That's
yeah.
Great.
Yeah, the whole thing. And that's a really long one. And the whole thing was paid for.
You got the whole GRI thing paid for.
I did.
So for anyone who doesn't know, that's $1,000 scholarship. So there's eight, you have to take eight classes, and they're $125 each. Last time I checked, $1,000. Okay, fantastic, Christine. That's awesome. I did not apply for scholarships back when I was taking my 8 GRI classes. Paid for all of them, and I finally said, you know what? Enough of that. Just do this little application, and boom, got it. Right? Great.
No, Chuck, real quick on the ABR, how much do you have to pay per year to have it?
I don't know. Yeah, the first year is included, and then usually those certifications are, you know, $75 to $100 a year membership to keep the certification going. So listen, I don't want to have to shell out $100 a year to keep the certification alive, right? But I just want a couple certifications. I'm taking this one as the elective for my GRI. So it doesn't make any sense to take all GRI classes, pass them all, and then not do the extra to actually get the designation, right? You gotta finish what you start.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Anybody have any good news from the past week regarding anything they learned, or any examples from social media, any interaction with clients? Anything anybody wanted to share? Go ahead, Lisa.
I'll share. So, so I'm Lisa Avery from the Hamburg office, for those of you I don't know. And my administrative assistant here at the office, she has a conflict on Wednesdays and has not been available to take these classes. But last Wednesday was an off week and she was able to attend. And so she already had been doing really well with Facebook, but after coming to this, she's been using the Pixabay site. And again, she's off today, but she did call me this morning. She's like, I made 2 posts on Canva that I could share to Instagram. And so that's been going really well. And I'm wondering, you know, and I don't know if we've ever covered in the past, Chuck, but so we post on our office website, and now I did create an office Instagram account that we share too. Our office Facebook site on the cover page always has howardhanna.com, the logo, the equal opportunity, all that stuff. do we have to worry, like I always try to include that equal housing opportunity logo, stuff like that, but she's real careful about making sure we're in compliance. If our Instagram profile has the company name, website, fair housing, does every single post have to have those logos, or are we good if the page itself has it? Because we've been doing more on it, so we want to make sure we're doing it correctly.
That's an excellent question. And in your About Me section on Facebook, as long as your website is your Howard Hanna website,
Okay.
you're in compliance.
Okay. And like for our office page, it says it's our office website. So hamburg.howardhanna.com.
It's as long as it's your Howard
Okay.
Hanna, yeah, you're in compliance.
Okay.
And then, you know, we have to put the equal opportunity and stuff like that whenever we're advertising houses.
Are you not taking this?
So, if we're not advertising a house,
When?
we're advertising an original quote or something else or some other marketing. I don't think we have to
I thought you were picking them up
put that
after.
Okay.
those icons on.
Why would I be doing
But
that?
you really don't have to worry about it as long as you're,
No.
as long as it's in your about. And
Okay.
I'm not, I'd have to ask the Instagram question of Fantasia. I'm not sure on the Fantasia homepage how it works. And the struggle with Instagram is you can only manage your Instagram account through your phone. You can't, right? Like you have to sign up for Instagram through your phone.
Yeah.
And you have to post. Well, you can post through the scheduling and all that, like through Facebook.
Yes.
But it really, all the interaction, all the management is through phone.
Yeah, but when she shares, so at our office, we'll share new listings, we'll share the testimonials. And so we always make sure when we're sharing it, even if we're going to schedule it, even if we want to do it right now, we'll go through the scheduling a post and we'll just let it schedule in 20 minutes so that it can go to both Facebook and Instagram. And that I don't think you can, I personally have not found a way to do that from my phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, but she loves the Pixabay. And so she's been getting more creative and the posts show it. So it's kind of nice when you see that your posts are getting a little better and getting a little more creative, it makes you more motivated to keep doing it.
And it's a marathon, not a sprint. It is brand building takes a long time, and consistency builds trust. And trust is why we get hired, right? We're in the trust business. So just keep making those posts, keep sharing them over to your personal page, because if they're only living on your business page, they're probably not going to get much engagement. It's hard to really get a ton of engagement through the business page alone. The only way to get more traffic on your business page is to pay for it, right? So if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to set a big marketing budget and run a huge ads campaign through the ads manager, which, and also with real estate is really a challenge for us even more than anything else because we're a special advertising category, right? It's harder for us to specify. We can't find a niche audience as easily as some other types of businesses can because of all of our all the rules we have for advertising. So I lost my train of thought. If you've been on this call for any number of weeks, you'll realize that is likely to happen at some point. It's like if you're new, what happened to Chuck? Yeah, the train went off the track. But let me get back on the track. And so what I want to tell you, like what I've kind of been working on my plan, because I don't want to come on every week and just willy-nilly come up with some content to put on next week. Like that's kind of what you do when you start out, because you're kind of just learning and you don't really, you're kind of feeling things out and you don't quite know what your voice is going to be and what things are going to resonate with you, right? But after you do it a little bit, you'll start to develop that voice. And so one of the things I want to say is we have some amazing, amazing tools in our dashboard to get great content to post on social media. It's fantastic. But it can't be what we post all the time. That can't be all our posts. We have to use our other tools and resources, because we don't want to just, I hate to say it, but barf out Hannah all the time, right? Meaning like, so you'll get what I'm saying. So like what I'm going to do every Monday, Market Stats Monday, right? My post on Mondays is going to be some stat from the market that I want to reach in the market that I work in. So what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do right now, let me share my screen. Where are we? Which one of these? Is this one? Let's see if this is the best one. Yeah, I think this is the best screen for me to share. So what I'm going to do on Monday is I'm going to go to, I'm going to log back in here. I'm going to go to GRAR on Monday and go to the Market Stats tab. So let me just get logged in. Is everybody cool with my screen here? You see me logging into GRAR? Thumbs up if you got that.
Yes, we can see it. Yep.
Got it. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So if you scroll down a little bit, you see this button here for Market Stats. And if you're in BNR, I apologize. I don't know the dashboard. I can't log into BNR. Lisa, do you have something similar for Buffalo, I think, for stats, Market Stats?
I think so. Let me see where you're going, and then I'll be able to see if we have it.
Okay. So I get this message every time I click on this Market Stats because I'm doing it through my Hannah, company office computer. So it wants me to go back. I'm going through. I'm going to say send anyways. I want to get to Market Stats. I'm very comfortable with this site being safe and secure. So what I want to do is I want to put a market stat out for sale price. Let's just say there. I want to send a message for, I want to reach out to 100 to 200,000. That's pretty standard for my market that I work in. I'm only going to give a stat here for single family homes, and I'm going to say 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. I'm going to say 4 bedrooms or more, and I'm not worried about that. Okay, so this is the data that's going to drive, or these are the criteria that are going to drive the data. And you'll also see that I could change it to, I could go to 1 year, right? Or I could go to 5 years, or I could stick with 3 years. And you could do rolling based on 12 months, or rolling every 3 months, every 6 months. I actually like the 12 months a lot. It gives me a data point for every month. So if I scroll over here, you see February, March, April, May, June. So now, the coolest part of this, though, is the sharing capability. So if I click the share button right here, I have 2 options. I have the static option, or I have the live option. Did that just happen? Seriously? I don't know how it says Zillow something just broke. See if I can.
Chuck, where's the share button?
Oh, here we go. Okay, right here below, and I might.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay, so I lost. So I went back. So I don't know how I got to that little page. That was weird. I gotta go specify again. 100 to 200,000, single family, 2,000 to 2,500 square foot. I'm gonna go 4 bedrooms or more. I'm not worried about the bathrooms. All construction types. So this tells me that back in January of 2018, entire Rochester region, 160 grand. Today, entire Rochester region, we're at 164,000, 163. Now, entire Rochester region is not my market, right? I live in Leroy, and most of the business I do is in Genesee County. So I go over to up here underneath the label InfoSpark, and it was set to all Rochester region, and I just scroll down to Genesee County. And now in Genesee County, the data is a lot different. Back in January of 2018, we were at 127.5. Now, wow, 194.5. Like, holy moly. What? Like, this is a totally different story. So dial into your market, dial into where you wanna, where do you wanna get business? Where do you wanna tell the world the story for this market? Okay, so this is me, this is where I wanna be. So then I click on the share, and I've got static or live. If you click the live, if you change it from static to live, and then you share it to social media, it's a live link. So every time somebody comes upon that and clicks it, it'll be updated to the month or the day or whatever the time period is. So a year from now, if they click on it, it'll be updated to that time. I'm gonna leave it as static. I honestly don't want it to update because next year I want to do the same thing again, and so I want to post new information, right? I'm not looking for like a one and done type of content. So all I do is I click the share button here, and it gives me a link, a URL. So if I click on that, I select all, and I right click and I copy it. That's it. I copied it. Now I can close that, and I can go back. I go to Facebook. And I think most you know how this goes. We go to the published post. So through I'll go back to the beginning. Take a second. Does everybody follow? I'm on a new tab. Did the share screen follow the new tab? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So if I scroll down a little bit, click on my business page here. Let me scroll back just a second. So my friend, okay, so Facebook, reaching out. This is a different story. This is, again, I'm jumping tracks a little bit here, but this is my mechanic, Kevin. His dog, Bob, has passed away. Bob was always at the garage whenever you bring your car to get work done. Bob was there. He was a really kind of intimidating, big, scary looking dog, but he was super sweet and just wanted to be petted. So I'm gonna have to reach out here and do something in real life, like more. And I'm gonna send a card or send some flowers or I'm gonna send something, because I know. I mean, I've lost 2 dogs in the last 3 months. I know recently, and here's another one. This is the kind of thing. If we see this in social media, we listen. We do something in real life, right? First of all, we want to do it just because we're good people, and we want to help our friends. We want to support our friends, right? So there you go. All right. So okay, bear with me a second here. Okay. I want to check something. Okay, so I don't know if it was last week, the week before, we talked about using the list tool in Facebook and creating a list of clients for people that you've worked with. So if you haven't already done that, please do it, right? In this case, I logged on. Facebook has a way of making sure that we see whenever anything tragic in our friends' lives happens. It must be a high priority for Facebook because there's usually a lot of engagement. But if I had gone to my friends list and I had gone down to clients, this, Kevin, my mechanic, is also a client. And I sold his house and his house that we sold in Vegas. So here's that post, so let's say let's say by the end of the day, that this post wasn't going to show up in my feed because it had been around too long. I go to my list and I could see that this happened. Like every single post that anyone in your list makes shows up in this feed. Okay. It's just that the list is just such a valuable tool to do with Facebook. So, all right, let's get moving. Okay. Go to my business page. All right, here we go. Scroll down to publishing tools. I get this message every time it says try Business Suite. So I'm just gonna click on it, cause I wish I could just convert to Business Suite. Like, I don't have to keep trying it. I'll just do it. I'll have to get Fantasia to help me with that, you know. But anyway, all right, so I click this and go from the publish. I want to click over to the schedule to see what's scheduled. So these are the ones that we created last week, and I have two published, two today, two happening today about having good neighbors. So let me move this over because I was covering the create post tab. Create a post and go click on the arrow next to the publish. And as soon as it becomes live, I can click on it. There we go. They're populating. I'm gonna have to start showing this by PowerPoint because it takes forever for these pages to load. Oh, wait. All right. I was covering something again with this little monitor. That's the problem. All right, here we go. Here's my post. So I had when I was preparing for this morning, I had a good word track in my mind to put for text. I forgot what it was. I didn't write it down. So I'm just gonna paste. I'm gonna paste the link, and you know, you might want to write something in here like latest market stat, exclamation point, add a location. I usually put where I live, where this market stat is applicable for. In this case, it's Genesee County, New York. And that is it. Oh, and I don't want to, do you notice I had Instagram checked and I couldn't publish it because this is a link and it's not going to work on Instagram. So as soon as I uncheck Instagram, now I can publish this. But I don't want to publish it right now. I want to schedule it. So I click the little arrow, go to schedule post, and I'm going to schedule this for Monday, the 22nd. And I'm going to go for 9:30 a.m. And there you go. Okay. So that is going to, oh, now I have to go back and schedule. Last thing, you have to see this message on your screen, scheduling post. If you don't see that, not going to answer. Okay. So my next plan, go ahead. Lisa, you got a question?
Okay, so I'm a little bit behind you, but I will report that Buffalo has it. I did find it, but for some reason it's not liking my link. I thought I copied and pasted the right link and I'm getting a little exclamation point, a yellow caution thing. I thought I was at the right spot.
Okay.
Where I clicked on share options, I clicked on static, I clicked on social media and email, and then it gave me a URL. Is that what you did?
Yep.
And then should I just be able to copy and paste that URL?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Can you put your cursor in that URL box? Like, can you highlight it and select it?
Yeah.
And then right click and copy it and then paste it. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
They didn't like it.
all right. Well, later today, I'll go over at my admin
Okay.
desk.
Thank
Because
you.
you can log on to BNR. We have a couple of BNR agents in my office. So,
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Thank you.
All right, so my next plan is on Tuesday. So I'm gonna start sharing, a cool TED, something cool from TED, a TED Talk every Tuesday. I'm gonna call it TED Talk Tuesday. I'm a huge fan of TED. Like, I watch and listen to these things pretty regularly. So today, when I went to the TED website, it says here, Charles, here's your latest recommendation. Why do we cry? The 3 types of tears. I didn't even know we had 3 types of tears. To me, this is the kind of thing that, like, I don't know. I just love learning about this cool stuff. So, if I click on this link for this particular TED Talk, here it is. And I don't want to watch it, actually. I just want to pause it. And then up here, you see this, waiting for TED. I don't want to watch it. So if I click the share button up top, I get this, I can hit copy link, the link is copied, and then I can go back. Now, before I go back to Facebook, whenever you're sharing content, you can only share it immediately right now. You can never share something next week on a Tuesday at a time, right? So we always have to copy these links and then share them at a specific time in a published, for publishing. And then next week, though, what I want to do on that Tuesday at 9:30, when it publishes, or 10 o'clock on Facebook, I want to open it up and then share it from my business page over to my personal page, so that the people who are most likely to interact with my content, my friends who know, like, trust me. Oh, somebody's calling me from Buffalo, I'm sure.
So you post to your business page first and then share to personal, or vice versa?
Yeah, yes, I post to my business page first, because you can schedule it, right? You can't schedule to your personal page. Make sense?
Yep.
Perfect. So I copied the link, so I can just close this out, and I can close out this tab, and I can go over to my Facebook page again where I was, and I can click on Try Business Suite again. And if you don't have that message there that says Try Business Suite, great, you don't need it. Just stay within the publishing tools platform, and you'll be fine. So this is what mine looks like. Yours might look a little different. But you want to basically stay within the scheduled thing. Now, the one that I scheduled before, it's not showing up here. It just isn't showing up yet. I know I completed the process. I know it's going to be there. So we move this over, create a post. And, I got to move this back. Okay. So this is a link again. So I'm not going to do Instagram. I'm going to write, I'm not crying, exclamation point. You're crying. Actually, I'm going to go, I'm not crying, ... You're crying. Okay, maybe, oops. Okay, maybe I am crying. Okay, I'm crying. And then I'm going to paste that link. And again, my location is Genesee County, or it could be Leroy, right? Leroy. Genesee County. There it is. And I'm going to hit the arrow next to publish, go to schedule post, choose next Tuesday, the 23rd, 9:30 a.m., save, and then down the bottom, click schedule post again. And that's it. It'll show up in the schedule post tab eventually. So I got my post done. Anybody else get 2 posts done? If you did, just give me a thumbs up. You might have got more posts done. You've been coming every week. You're probably like already done with your 4 posts. You're just kind of listening, seeing if I throw a nugget out there or whatever. There we go. So we got 2 posts done. Awesome. The key, though, like I said, the key is next week to go back to your business page, grab that post, and share it over to your personal page. You don't have to share every single post from your business page to your personal page, and I wouldn't recommend it. But you have to share some of them. And then again, of course, in the moment, you can always create content at any moment for your feed, right? Nothing wrong with it. All we're doing today is we're planning to make sure that when we're out there representing probably 5 different buyers, and we might be writing 40 offers next week, that's going to take a lot of time, and we're not going to be thinking about going onto our Facebook and doing a little blah, 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 right? Because our time, we're just not going to have the time. So we're getting it done now. Cool. The next one, my next theme, I'm not going to post on Wednesday, at least not like from a planned standpoint. I'm going to leave Wednesdays out. Decision's made. I don't have to do it. So, and I'm going to go to Thursday, and I'm going to say, my theme for Thursday is going to be Thursday thoughts, right? And that could be almost anything. And for Thursday thoughts, I'm going to go to the HANA dashboard, I'm gonna go to the Evergreen folder. Get rid of one of these. So, oh, before I go any further, I wanna, close out tabs, I wanna close out some tabs here. Okay. Maybe things will start moving a little bit faster. Got it a little bit closed out. Okay, Thursday thoughts. In Rochester, we just type in Evergreen up in the folder. I think in Buffalo, there might be something down below. Follow the links below, to get to your marketing folder. Or you can click the marketing tab up the top and click on marketing, and then, you know, find your way through folder to get to the Evergreen. Oh no. Okay. Evergreen. Okay, let me put it Evergreen. The mad dash to the parking meters just happened here at the Geneseo office. We see the parking meter guy come walking by outside, and agents start running out the door to go put quarters in the meter if they forgot. All right. So, all right, Evergreen. My theme for Thursday is Thursday Thoughts, and we have an awesome folder called Positive Quotes and Messages. Positive Quotes and Messages. So I'm gonna go there, and I don't know. Maybe I should have had this thought out a little bit more, but read this so I can see positive quote. Wow, there's 8, 9, 10, 9 positive quotes. Something about pride. Oh, these are our core values. Core values. If you want to, here's a little tip. If you want to memorize our core values, I had to create a little mnemonic device to help me memorize our core values. And I made a word, and it's not a real word, but here it is. Spice DG. Or if you want to say spice, like it was, like that food was spiced, and then a G at the end. Spiced G, right? So the S is stability, the P is pride, the I is integrity, the C is caring, the E is enthusiasm, the D is diversity, and the G is growth. So if you want to go ahead and take that spiced G to have a code to the first letter of all of our core values, go for it. Okay, so positive quote number 9. Where are we here? What's this one? Positive quote number 9. It says, it is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Tony Robbins. Okay, I like it. It's in your moments of decision. We're realtors. We have to make decisions. Come on. Time to move. Okay? Not wait around, see if the market gets better, gets worse, try to time it right. No, just make a decision. And so here we go. I'm going to download this graphic. It's in my downloads folder. And there it is. That's all I need. If you want, you could upload that to Canva, and then you could throw your photo on there if you wanted to put your, some personal branding on it, but you don't have to. I'm not supposed to. So here I am back on Facebook. Click on my published posts. Oh, try Business Suite. Not trying. Business Suite, you sold me. I'm good. So I'll figure that out. Okay. I'm gonna go over schedule. And oh, look, in my schedule post, there's the first one I did for Monday. So it's now showing up that it's scheduled for next week on February 22nd at 9:30. So we're gonna create a post, a new post, and this is just a graphic. So this can go to Instagram. So I click on add photo, and there it is. I'm in my downloads folder because I'm on Windows 10, so there's my downloads. Click open, and it's going to add a photo and say what decision, I like to ask questions. My strategy to get conversation started is to ask questions. So what decision, or you could say, what's holding you back from making that important decision? There you go, that's it. I don't know, that's good enough, all right? And for my location, I might say Leroy, New York, instead of Genesee County. And that is my post. I'm gonna hit the arrow next to the publish button, click on schedule post. And this is gonna be my Thursday post. Button date and time, there we go. Thursday the 25th, and my time is 9:30 a.m. Save. All right, I'm gonna, a little shout out to Fantasia, who is listening and she's following along. But if anyone just finished a post, please give yourselves a round of applause. She always remembers to celebrate, and I always forget. So, there we go, Fantasia, that is for you. And let's see here. Okay. And, also, we have last week, I think we had 30 people on the call or something with, Fantasia as the leader, and me this week, we get 13. So I don't take it personally. Really, I don't. But, maybe next week you guys tell a friend and we have a nice big, actually next week is canceled because I'm getting a certification. But the week after that is actually the day before the award on the 4th. So I'll be doing that call. So we got 2 weeks to get some more butts in the seat. Okay, I gotta hit schedule post and finish this out. You gotta see the schedule your post in the middle there. And that's it. All right, we got 5 more minutes to do one more post. So big finale here, Friday next week. Okay, so one of the tools I use to try to figure out what content I want to post, how am I going to stay relevant, is I like to use the National Days calendar. What is today the national holiday for, right? Stupid stuff like National Tie Your Shoes Day or National Wear Something Back, whatever, right? But that's it's that stuff that is fun, I think. So, and this post is gonna take me a little while to create. I'm not gonna finish it in 5 minutes, but I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing. And listen, when I say I'm doing something, I'm not trying to be the only one. Anyone out there is welcome to do the same thing like that I'm doing. And if it works for me, it'll probably work for you too. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will. But it'll work with your sphere, okay? Like my stuff works for me with my sphere. And anyone else out there can do anything that I do. And I hope it works for you at least as well, hopefully more than it even works for me. And I know that it'll work for you in your sphere, okay? So that's why I have no issues sharing. But next Friday, I looked on that at a glance National Days calendar. Next Friday is National Fairy Tale Day. So if you were a real estate agent and you were talking about a fairy tale, what's a fairy tale story? I mean, is anyone thinking about maybe for sale by owners going through their head right now? Like, hey, I got a fairy tale to tell. I know about this person. They were going to list their house by themselves, and the buyers were all going to come at their scheduled appointment, and they were never going to call at 11 o'clock at night to make an appointment. Like you make up the story. I actually want to do this by video to tell this. It's National Fairy Tale Story. I don't know if I write it out, or I don't know if I do it on video, but what I did is I went to Pixabay. We talked about Pixabay. It's Pixabay. And if you just type in fairy tale in Pixabay in the search, and maybe type in fairy tale character, and you get all these, these are free, 219 free images for fairy tale character. So here we go. Here's the classic, the frog with the crown on, right? So I'm going to right click that image. Actually, I'm not even going to right click that image. I'm going to click on the image. And I already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do that. But all you do download, and you're good. Free, walk away, close this out. If you wanna throw the photographer a tip, good for you. I'm sure they'll be appreciative. But I'm not doing that today. And then I close this out and I go back to Facebook and I go to schedule posts. And I gotta try Business Suite again. Click on Try Business Suite. I go to the publish post, or schedule, excuse me, I'm in publish, I go to schedule, and over here to create post. And I wanna add a photo, and here's my product photo. Put them in there, and thinking of Bispo, I don't know, that's, or, I don't know, I gotta spend more time getting this content together. Bispo's are fairy tales, Bispo, are you working on a fairy tale? Is your Bispo turned into a fairy tale? Whatever that's gonna be, FSBO, fairy tale, ... Schedule it for a location, New York, and then I wanna go to Arrow, go to Pulse, schedule it for next Friday, the 26th, at 9:30, save, schedule, there it is, it's scheduling. Anytime between now and next Friday, I can go back into this and I can delete the post if I change the idea, like, oh, I don't want the fairy tale idea anymore, I can get rid of it. I can modify the post, I can change the text, it's really great. But if I don't have time to do any of that, then it's done. So again, for 45 minutes, you can get 4 posts done for social media in 1 week. And then next week, don't forget every once in a while to share back to your personal page. Because as much as, even like when we boost and use Ad Manager to reach, thousands of people, those aren't thousands of people that know you, that know, like, and trust you. They're just, they're people, right? But it's really like, you're really gonna grow your business by, through the people that you have awesome relationships with. So does anybody, I guess that's all, that's it. Does anybody have any questions for this week? Lisa, what you got?
Of course, I have to say something, Chuck. I think this is awesome. And I didn't get 4 done because I struggled with getting the information on the BNR one, but
Yeah.
that's fantastic. And I'm going to use that every month.
Yeah.
I think that one's fantastic. And I'm so excited because as you were talking, so I'm making my commitment out loud. I'm going to do a fairy tale thing, and I'm going to do a theme on right sizing. Like, obviously Cinderella's castle is way too big for her. She should downsize to like a waterfront condo. And the old woman in a shoe really needs a bigger place. So my goal is going to be to try to find some of those graphics and do a fairy tale right sizing. And because that suits me. Like and I think all these ideas and to tweak them and personalize them to us gets the most response from our public. So I'm so glad you brought that up, and I'm going to take some time making ones that I think will fit. But those are awesome. I love the fairy tale idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. So one thing I did this morning, so I could go to that At a Glance website every day or once a week even, and I could look at what's coming up next week. But I don't do it. I mean, I just don't do it. And so you can buy the freaking calendar for $10. So, and have it on your wall and have those in front of your face all the time. And by the way, it's also a calendar, which is kind of useful. So, so today I was like, why don't I just spend the $10 and buy the damn calendar, put it on my wall, and I'll see these things that I want to use, like for $10.
And what website is that? Where do you find it, Chuck?
It's this one right here. Let me go over to, am I sharing screen still? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
it's this one here, at nationaldaycalendar.com. Nationaldaycalendar.com, and I'm on February here. And here it is, February 26th. National Pistachio Day. I love pistachios. National Tell a Fairy Tale Day. So tell us, like, fairy tales, fairy tales are how people used to learn, almost like how to get through life, right? All the rights and wrongs through these fairy tales. Don't talk to strangers, right? Hansel and Gretel. don't talk to strangers, kids. And so, but I think real estate, I mean, it's just so applicable to real estate. How many times do we talk about, yeah, that seller had a fairy tale in their head? I got a lead earlier this week through one of those, like, it's free, right? But then you pay 25% on the back end if it closes. It's a buyer lead. And the guy said he was looking for like 250 or 300,000 for his house. So I went on Realist to look at the house. It's like a 150 house. I mean, these are fairy tales. So anyway, the next day, National Kahlua Day. All right, I'm in. Whatever, get the calendar, get this in front of you, and make your life easier. The last thing I want to say is, and this is a little bit of a pivot, is Engage CRM. Engage CRM. When you go on, you have 5, like, it wants you to touch base with 5 of your contacts. The frustrating thing for me is the time that I want to do that work is at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And my contacts do not want to be reached by me at 7 o'clock in the morning. But what's the one thing I can do at 7 o'clock in the morning? I can write a personal note, and I can get it in the envelope, and I can get it out in the mail, and I can send those personal notes. Otherwise, if I want to call them, I got to wait till 11 or 12 o'clock, because by then I'm in my office, I'm doing other things. So just a challenge to reach out to people. And maybe go to Facebook and see who had a dog that just died, who had this, and who was just coming yesterday, a friend of mine, just coming out of quarantine, someone in her family, in her house had COVID, right? So, who can we reach out to? What can we do? Reach out to those 5 people, and through a personal note is great, and they're going to love it. And you can do that at any time of the day. You can do that on your time. It doesn't have to be at like a time to take time away from something else. Does anybody have any other questions before we sign off? This is your final warning. All right, we did a great, it's 9:51, we're gonna sign off. Check your email. I think there's an amazing presentation coming on at 10 o'clock about the ultimate listing presentation. We got a message yesterday to remind, we got one from Bob, that starts at 10 o'clock. So you got 9 minutes, go to the bathroom, get something to drink, and then watch this ultimate listing presentation. Incredible. All right, everybody, have a great week.